Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are breaking down one of the longest, most dramatic World Series games you'll ever see. We're talking superstar performances, next-level strategic chess moves, and just pure exhaustion.
This Game 3 battle between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Los Angeles Dodgers wasn't just a long game. It was an 18-inning marathon. It pushed both of these teams, their entire rosters, right to the absolute limit.
And get this, it took 6 hours and 39 minutes to find a winner. That's not just a game of baseball, right? That's a straight-up war of attrition that became an instant playoff classic.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll set the scene for this classic. Then, we're going to dig into the huge strategic problem the Blue Jays were facing. After that, we'll look at the insane pitching duel, all the missed chances, and of course, the one final swing that ended it all. All right, so the stage was set for a huge Game 3, with the series on the line. But nobody, and I mean nobody, could have predicted this grueling back-and-forth slugfest. We're talking clutch hitting, brilliant pitching, and just pure endurance.
So what's really wild about this game is that it just felt like a constant tug of war, you know? Toronto would manage to claw its way ahead, think Alejandro Kirk's huge 3-run bomb, but then every single time the Dodgers would just punch right back, wipe out the lead, and bam, the tension is right back where it started. Neither team could land that knockout blow for hours, and that's what makes a long game a real test of, mental and physical grit.
All right, let's get to the heart of the matter, the game's central conflict. Because for Toronto, it really all boiled down to one single question. What on earth do you do with Shohei Ohtani? He was so dominant that the Blue Jays had to completely tear up their game plan and rewrite it on the fly.
No, seriously, just let this sink in for a second. In 9 plate appearances, Shohei Ohtani got on base 9 times. 9 for 9. He was this perfect, unstoppable force that Toronto just could not get out.
And this chart, it just perfectly lays out the Jays' escalating nightmare. In the first 9 innings, Ohtani absolutely torched them. 2 doubles, 2 home runs. So what was their solution in extras? You can see it right there. They just stopped letting him swing the bat. 4 straight intentional walks. It was like watching tactical gravity in real time. The smartest play was to just take the bat right out of his hands.
So to survive that kind of insane offensive pressure from Ohtani and the rest of that Dodgers lineup, both teams had to just empty their bullpens. This wasn't just a few pitching changes, okay? This was a full-blown war of attrition.
The Blue Jays, get this, they used 9 different pitchers. 9. Every new arm coming out of that bullpen was another roll of the dice, just trying to hold a line as the game dragged on. They were playing matchups, bringing in lefties, even throwing starters out there in relief, which is a super desperate move that could mess up the rest of the series, all just to survive one more inning.
But the real hero of the night? It had to be this guy, lefty Eric Lauer. He comes into the game in the 12th and was just lights out. 4 2/3 scoreless innings. He's facing the heart of the Dodgers order again and again, dealing with intentional walks and all sorts of tense situations, and he just kept the game tied. Seriously, his heroic outing was the #1 reason Toronto even had a chance.
But, for all that incredible pitching, this game really boils down to missed opportunities. For every amazing clutch hit, there was a costly mistake or a rally that just died on the vine, leaving both teams thinking, what if?
And this is where things get really frustrating if you're a fan of either team. Just look at these numbers. The Blue Jays stranded 19 runners on base. The Dodgers, 18. Both teams were just awful with runners in scoring position. We're talking 2 for 12 or even worse. That's not just bad luck, folks. That's the pressure of the moment, the inability to get that one final game-breaking hit.
And the difference between winning and losing? It was razor thin. Literally a game of inches. Take the bottom of the 9th, right? Ohtani steals second. Game-winning run is right there. But then the slow-mo replay shows his foot came off the bag for like a millisecond. And he's out. A game-winning threat, just gone. Now contrast that with Alejandro Kirk's huge homer earlier, a massive swing that flipped the whole game on its head. It was just this constant back and forth between tiny mistakes and these huge game-changing moments.
Okay, so let's get to the climax. After almost 7 hours of baseball, after all the pitching changes, the amazing defensive plays, the strategic walks, one swing was finally going to end this thing.
So here we are, bottom of the 18th inning. Still tied 5-5. The Jays are on their 9th pitcher of the night. And walking up to the plate is Freddie Freeman, who, honestly, had been pretty quiet all night long except for one RBI. The count goes full, 3-2. Toronto's Brendan Little delivers a sinker that catches just a little too much of the plate, and Freeman does not miss it. He just crushes it, a high, deep drive to center field, a walk-off home run that ended the marathon right then and there.
And just like that, it was over. After 18 innings, nearly 7 hours of baseball, the Dodgers had won one of the most unbelievable, unforgettable games in World Series history.
And that leaves us with a really fascinating question, right? When you think about a game like this, what really makes it a classic? Is it the steady, relentless dominance of a player like Shohei Ohtani, who bent the entire game to his will, inning after inning? Or is it that one perfect, decisive blow from Freddie Freeman that ended it all in a single moment? It's a debate that really gets to the heart of what makes baseball so great.